Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 98, and today we are returning with two games with our Lions as we take on Crystal Palace in a rival clash of the den in the Premier League, and then take on Everton at home in the FA Cup third round as well. There's also a new signing to show you as well, but before we do all that, let's show you how we're getting on off camera. So, of course, in the last episode, you saw the 5-0 victory against RB Salzburg, which in the end counted for nothing, as we were dumped out of the Champions League by our rivals in Europe, Benfica. I love this little rivalry going on here, as we were dumped out and we'll go into the Europa League. And as you can see, we've had our Europa League first knockout round draw, where we're taking on the Greek side, PAOK, over two legs in the middle of February. And then, of course, our 3-1 defeat at home to Manchester City, which saw them go further clear at the top of the table. I then played 6 games off camera, and after just 1 win in our last 4, we needed a response, and as you can see, we certainly got it. 5 wins from 6, and the 5 wins coming in a row. Starting away at St James's Park against Newcastle United, where Julian Benker gave us the lead in this game 20 minutes in to make it 1-0 before Ferencek scored an own goal. Our second own goal conceded in 2 games there as the Magpies drew level. But after the restart, I got aggressive in a half-time team talk. I needed the boys to get fired up and get out there and get us back in front. That's exactly what he did. Benker bagging his brace 3 minutes after the restart and making it 2-1, putting us back in front. And then stoppage time, Pingu wrapping up the 3 points and making it 3-1 as we return to winning ways there in our first Premier League win of December. Following that, a 4-0 victory at home to Liverpool, and what a win this was, where we scored 4 goals in 6 minutes. It was fantastic. It was brilliant watching the team just slice open the opposition defenders and get goal after goal after goal right before the break. First an own goal through Joe Gomez, so 3 own goals in 3 games. 2 against us and 1 for us. Gomez finishing like a striker there as he made it 1-0. Then oh dear, excuse me. Sorry about that. That almost sounded absolutely horrible. Not being too well, as you can probably tell. But anyway, my apologies. Anyway, 2 minutes later, Luiz made it 2-0 for us and doubled our lead. And then 2 minutes later, we scored again. Clinton Webster making it 3-0 there after he got the assist for the Brazilians goal and then got on the end of this one as well. So 3-0 up. And then 2 minutes later, we scored again. Dale Kabaki against his former team made it 4-0. So in every 2-minute mark, we scored another goal. Kabaki made it 4-0. And yeah, it was amazing. Every time we went forward as we ended the first half, we looked like scoring, and we did. 4 goals in 6 minutes. An incredible little route there as we put the sword to the Reds, and we got the job done in 6 minutes in the end as we won the game by 4-0. And following that, yet another game where we scored 4 goals in a 4-1 victory at the Den against Fulham. This is a game where the former Fulham boys sort of put the sword to their former team, if you will. Keith O'Connell bagged a brace, and O'Reilly scored as well. O'Connell got the first goal 41 minutes in, getting on the end of a deep cross on the back stick and making it 1-0 with his head. Then O'Reilly made it 2-0 just before the break to get his first Premier League goal, I believe, in 2 seasons. He didn't score last season, and I think this is his first goal of the Premier League season this year. So anyway, 2-0, and then O'Connell got his second goal against his former team, and he's had a brilliant season, O'Connell. More on him in a minute, as he made it 3-0, and then with 15 minutes to go, the captain, sorry, that was 3-1 at that stage, because Fulham got a goal back just after the break, but yeah, Kuchar made it 4-1, I should say, with 15 minutes to go, as the captain got in on the act, and wrapped up the points as well. So back-to-back games, scoring 4+ goals, you gotta love that, and a 2-0 victory followed at the Den as well, in this nice little home run here, as we beat Sheffield Wednesday by 2-0. Maori returned to the Den and did not have a very good game, to be honest, and Julian Benker scored a contender for goal of the season as well. The first goal was absolutely brilliant. Lovely solo run, and what a strike from range as well, just outside the area, about 22 yards from goal. Brilliant thumping effort right to the top corner as he made it 1-0, and then 4 minutes later we scored again. Julian Benker once again getting the goal as he made it 2-0, and in this run a lot of our goals have come quickly after the other one, if that makes sense. So 2-0 there, and good to continue the winning run. Now he's made it 4 wins from 4, and then 4 wins from 4 became 5 wins from 5, with our first win away since the Newcastle game in the middle of December at Molineux by 3-1. Paolo scored our first goal for the club, his third goal. Third goal of the season. He scored our first goal of the game and his third goal of the season as he made it 1-0. Then Marek, the captain, made it 2-0 for us 22 minutes in. Wolves did get back in the game 7 minutes later and make it 2-1, but there was some really bad news because in the 39th minute, around that time, Julian Benker pulled up and he sat down on the turf. He got back up briefly, and then he went down again, and then was in absolute agony. So I don't even know why he bothered getting up. May as well just stay down for Wolves to kick the ball out. But yeah, Benker went down injured, and he's out for a couple of weeks. So a bit of a shame there. But thankfully, despite losing our talisman, we did wrap the points up late on. Pingu, the closer for the second game away from home, made it 3-1, and made sure we did indeed wrap the 3 points up. And our final game was away from home at Huddersfield, where we drew 0-0, and there was a red card actually. Ranieri got sent off for a two-footed lunge towards the end of the game, a sign of our frustration in this one, as we were held to a goalless draw against the side who right now are struggling quite a bit. And if you would just excuse me, I'm going to get a glass of water. My apologies for this start to the episode. I was going to stay in bed today, but I thought, you know what, sod it. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, we're at the Premier League table right now. We are top of the table by 3 points after this nice little run. But City right now, as you can see, have got 3 games in hand on us, as they now sit in third place. And you might be wondering the reason why that is. It's because they haven't been in England for this nice little run in December. They've been away doing the Club World Championship, where they lost the final in the end to Racing Club. So they had a couple of games away, and that's why right now they've got a few games in hand on us right now at the top of the table. But we're still top though. We're still top by 3 points ahead of Arsenal right now, and absolutely loving that. Of course, in the last episode I was saying, you know, how we'd blown the chance to go top in the games off camera with our draws against Stoke and Watford, and then of course losing to City as well. I was thinking, oh, are we going to go top this season and show that we can be in a serious title race? Well, the answer is yes, because we responded well off camera, and it's great to have been leading the league for 4 straight weeks, the longest we've had as a spell at top of the table in the entire series. So you got to love that. And as the competition's over as well, now we've been knocked out of the Champions League. Look at the board, absolutely gutted and fuming until we were knocked out of the group stages. We've been put in the Europa League, and the board now expects to reach the final of this competition. Not a surprise, considering our second season in the competition, we won it. So yeah, PAOK in the first knockout round. And I think we can get through that. I definitely do. But there has been a signing to report off camera as well. And let me show you who that is right now. I think I put him on under 23s, didn't I? It's a youngster. It's a central midfielder, and it's a Czech Republic defensive/central midfielder. And we brought him in from Sparta Prague. Of course, we got Marek Kuchar from, and we all know how good he turned out to be for us. He only cost us £2.8 million. He's been a regular, despite his young age, in a Sparta Prague team in the Czech League for the past couple of years. And again, at only 18 years old, he's already been capped 5 times by the country as well. He is described as a Wonderkid. He looks primarily like a deep line playmaker. He's got some good stats here. First touch 17, passing 14, not the best, but that can be improved. 17 technique already as well on an 18-year-old, very impressive. And mentally too, he's really good as well, despite his young age. 18 determination, so you know I've got to love that. 15 vision already. He's got 17 leadership too, so you'd imagine he's wearing a captain's armband in either the Czech youth team or for Sparta Prague as well. And also composure 15, very nice as well. Physically not the best. Not the best at all. I'd certainly like the stamina to it be improved. But other than that, he looks really good. And again, at just 18 years old, he will become homegrown at the club as well, so long as we don't loan him out. I should really show you this more as well. As you can see, there we go. Homegrown status. He will become homegrown in 2 years. We don't loan him out. And yeah, he looks pretty decent indeed. So Hoffman in. And again, for £2.8 million, it's a low-risk signing. And he's already wanted on loan from Bournemouth. But we're going to keep him here and let him develop in the under-23s at least for the end of this season. So Hoffman's in, and there you go. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you. So let's dive into the first game of today's episode. It is indeed Crystal Palace here at the Den, as we go in search of a return to winning ways on the back of 6 games undefeated. So this will be our team for the game then, 4-2-4, and this will be our lineup. Right now on injury report, Ranieri suspended, so that's not injury, but he's suspended, and of course Benker is indeed out for those ligament damage, 3 to 12 days, so he won't be making an appearance in today's episode. So this is our lineup for the game. Let's get the win. Pekovic in goal, back for retirement. Allsop, Ferencik and Pereira, with Dobby and Paolo RCMs. Luiz and Webster on the wings, and up top Kabaki and Marek Kuchar as well. On the bench, Rulli, the Czech, Pingu, McKennie, O'Reilly, O'Connell and John Black as well. So first game, it's Crystal Palace. Let's get the win and keep the undefeated streak going. Come on, you Lions. Crystal Palace having a very decent season. Last year did well, finishing in the top half of the Premier League table. Right now sat in 7th place, and only is 9 points off Stoke in 4th, and City in 3rd as well. So long way to go in the season, not the halfway point yet, and they've done very, very well. So this won't be an easy game, but we've won all of our games at the Den since the City defeat. And Kabaki has fired us in front as well. 5 minutes in, and Dale Wacky Kabaki makes it 1-0. A bit of a mini dry spell for him in recent weeks for Kabaki. His last goal coming in the victory against Liverpool, against his former team. But now he's back on the score sheet and puts us in front. Paolo comes forward. He's given way too much space there to pick out a teammate. Finds Kabaki inside the area. That's a great first-time finish into the back of the net. 1-0, and we take the lead early. Maybe another chance here soon afterwards as Paolo finds Marek Kuchar. And Kuchar coming forward, crosses, and there's Kabaki. And he should have made it 2-0. Header deflects off the top of the crossbar and goes behind for a goal kick. Golden chance. That chance there for Kabaki was easier than the goal he scored, but still 1-0. And a very good first half. There's 8 shots so far already compared to 0 for our opponents. Let's get a second goal for the break. Come on. Right on cue, throw in for us, Timer to Dobby, both players booked so far, as the Romanian finds Paolo, who right now is pulling the strings it seems. Now Marek on the ball receives it, he's got Paolo with him, gives it straight back, and our Dutch midfielder back towards Dobby, and Dobby back towards Paolo. They're looking for Paolo at every single opportunity right now, and Paolo finds Webster, and you can see why as he finds Webster to Kabaki, who scores his second goal of the game. And Dale is back, baby. Dale is back with Benker on the sidelines right now. He is saying, don't forget, baby, I want to be the main man at this team, and I'm going to show you all why in the absence of Julian Benker. Marek to Paolo, Paolo into Clinton and Webster. Webster rolls it across, and Kabaki, another nice finish into the top corner. He could have had a hat-trick in 32 minutes here, but it's 2-0, and we're satisfied enough. And another highlight here for the Lions. Luiz crosses. Kuchar is on the end of the ball as well. And the skipper makes it 3-0 and says, Julian who? Me and Dale can lead this team up top together. Luiz with a nice little cross to the back stick. And the Czech Republic striker makes it 3-0. He's our top goal scorer in the series, if you will. And he's got our third goal there as the captain leads by example. Goalkeeper gets a touch. Can't keep it out. 3-0 though. And a textbook first half. Haven't allowed a single shot on our goal in the entire first half. And we scored 3 as well. And as Palace clear, it might well come 4 here as we keep the pressure on. Paolo, who's been orchestrating things on the first half, finds Clinton and Webster. And Webster down on the right is taken down. And that might well be a second booking for Tronstad. He was walking away, but son, the referee's seen the name on the back of the shirt. He knows you've been booked already. And he's off for a second yellow card. It's the number they go by. But still, a second yellow card. And Palace down to 10 men as well. Not a great first half for our visitors, but a textbook first half for us, leading by 3. And we should hopefully score more goals in the second half. We'd certainly think so anyway. No need to make changes tactically because we're playing so well right now. And we've got the man advantage now as Luiz storms down left-hand side and crosses. Kabaki is on the end of it and it's missed everyone. And Webster really should have made it 4-0 there. It was a tight angle to be fair to Clinton, but goalkeeper came for the ball, got nowhere near it. And I thought a penalty might have been given there. It's one of those highlights where the cross comes in. It seems to be a bit of a misjudge of the ball by the goalkeeper. And at times a foul can be given either for you or against you as Luiz comes inside and finds Paolo who drills it in. But there's our 4th goal. And Paolo Capango, who's had a very good game so far, already got 1 assist, now gets a goal as well. And Paolo this season, he scored a few goals for us. He hasn't really scored that many since we brought him in, but he's now looking to be a goal scorer. He's a box-to-box midfielder in this team. That's where we play him. And that's a great strike into the bottom corner as well. I think his long shot stat is 14. I think I should probably get the trait on him. Tries long shots, or whatever the trait is actually called. Because he can strike them. He's got a sweet right foot on him, and he's made it 4-0. So 4-0 to the Lions, and now Kabaki gets on the go down left-hand side and crosses. And it's fisted away. It'll drop to Paolo, brings it down, have another go. Shot blocks, Webster's there, but turns it home, and it's 5-0. And Clinton Webster gets in on the act as well. 10 minutes after the restart, we've already scored 2 more goals, and right now we are showing no mercy to our opponents. Kabaki down left, nice little storming run, across the middle, fisted away, but a chance kept alive by Paolo. Takes on the chest, shot block, but Webster controls it and turns it home at the near post. 5-0, what a performance. And that is going to do it then. She's waiting for the final whistle to come any second now as Timon tries an ambitious volley from range but fires it wide. 5-0 the final score, 24 shots, 8 falling on target, so 33% I believe. And a very good win for us as well. Now after Palace went down to 10 men, with us being 3 goals up, the game was basically on the half time really, so it was good to add a couple of goals in the second half as well. So I'll say to the boys passionately, where are we there? I'm very happy with the result and the way you played. Most players are delighted, and I've got to say that the player that didn't get man of the match that I thought should have got it, Paolo, was absolutely brilliant. A goal and 2 assists in a 9.4 rating. Kabaki got given it in the end with the brace he scored, but I personally would have let Paolo have man of the match there. I thought it was brilliant, particularly in the first half. And I was delighted he added a goal to his game as well, because Paolo this season, Paolo this season has scored a few goals for us. You can see 4 goals in 22 games, 1 coming internationally though. So yeah, no, 3 goals in the league and 1 goal. Yeah, that's for the club, isn't it? 4 goals in 22 games and 3 assists picked up as well. He's been really good, and it's actually 15 for long shots as well. He's really blossoming now into a really, really good player for us. You can see that he's got 20 determination, which we absolutely love as well. He's got the stats really to play in pretty much any role in the centre of the park. We love Paolo, and that was a great performance from him. So yeah, finding the final score, brilliant victory that one. That was fantastic. What a way to start today's episode off. Almost forgot to praise Kabaki for being in good form in front of goal as well. Dale Wacky Kabaki, man. Seriously, I do like this guy a lot. I love the fact his valuation shot up since we signed him for 43 million as well. This guy's just a pure goal scorer. That's what I really like about him. Look at that, 20 goals in 25 games internationally for England. He's got 11 in 18 Premier League games for us this season. Last year he got 17 in 32, so hopefully he'll be able to better that this season. He's averaging a higher rating. He's already picked up more man-of-match performances as well, less assists, but I just really like this guy. You know, when we signed him, 43 million, a lot of money. And sometimes these signings, these big money signings that are primarily going to be squad players don't work out for you. But Kabaki has broke into the first 11 and he's not letting go of that position either. He's been fantastic. Oh, now right on cue, this isn't what I wanted to see. Dale Kabaki wants to go and leave Arsenal. So, a little bit concerning. First I'll ask Carl if he can sort it out for us, and he doesn't, god damn it. And I'll have to try and talk him round. Kabaki, he wants to play in the Champions League. Now, Ferencek said that about Real Madrid, and what I said to him is this one here. And it was, I understand you desire to play in the Champions Cup, so I'm willing to agree to let you go if you don't qualify for it this season. Stick around and we can achieve your goals without you having to leave. Oh, and Kabaki didn't respond like Ferencek did. He says, I don't think we're going to qualify this year with the squad we have. Are you joking? Are you joking, Dale? Are you actually wacky? Or is that just a kooky nickname we gave you? Because we're first in the Premier League right now. We've got an incredible home record. We've got 51 points. We're 11 points clear of Chelsea and 5th. Seriously, Dale? We can definitely qualify this year. I understand you don't think it's achievable, but I have to ask you to wait and see the calibre of players that I'm planning on bringing in. No. I understand you don't think it's a realistic target at the minute, but I should show the same faith in our youngsters that I have. There we go. Some of the kids are looking very promising. They are indeed. And he's willing to stay for a year, see if they can kick on and help us match my ambitions. Yes, Dale. Yes, Dale. The kids are all right. Right, thank God for that. We can't lose Dale. We're in deep trouble then. But instead of talking about players that want to leave the club, let's talk about players that are going to stay at the club for longer. And one of those players is Luiz, our Brazilian winger, has just signed a new 4-year deal. There was rumours still from City, United, Real Madrid and Jiangsu from China that they had major interest in him and they were going to put a bid in for him. Thankfully, we decided to tie him down to a new contract quickly and put the end to that saga. So all that interest is gone. Absolutely love that. And Luiz will be staying. 4-year deal. It's a very pricey contract, very expensive. 115 grand a week on the 4-year deal as well, but he definitely deserves it. He was on 60 grand a week. It expired in 2030, I think it was, but he deserves a new deal. He's got some great stats, Luiz. He's developed so well. He's a brilliant left winger for us, and I don't know what team would be without Luiz, but he's kicked on so well since we signed him, and this year having one of his best seasons in a Millwall shirt. 8 assists and 5 goals in 18 games so far, and 3 man of the match awards as well. What a bargain he was for 14 million all those years ago. He's such a crucial player and a crucial member as part of our attacking front four as well. So Luiz stays, a new 4-year deal. You gotta love that. I don't know why I went into his contract page as well to show you the contract details, because it's right there in the email. But yeah, I'm delighted he's staying. And it's interesting, but all of our wingers this season have been really good for us, apart from Menji, because I discussed him during the start of the episode as well. Keith O'Connell this season, who I thought would have a make or break year for us, he's not done too badly in training, and his stats this year have been really, really good. He scored 7 goals for us in 15 games, and 10 of those 15 appearances has been from the bench as well. 2 assists, 3 man of the match displays as well. And O'Connell this season is knowing that with Menji going next year, he doesn't want to leave the club as well. He wants to stay as a squad player, and he's having his best year in a Millwall shirt so far, at least in my opinion anyway. And he's been really good. So Luiz is staying. Looks like O'Connell's going to be staying as well. And right now everyone's playing well in the wide midfield area. It's only Menji who's leaving the club anyway, just letting us down. So, about to jump into the second and final game of today's episode then, as we do indeed take on Everton in the FA Cup third round here at the Den. Of course, right now we've got a really good record at the Den in recent weeks. So we've only lost to Everton once in the entire series after 13 meetings. So feeling quite confident, making it through to the fourth round, and let's see how we get on. Staying with a 4-2-4 for the game, but lots of change to our lineup and some interesting ones as well as we dive into our first game in the FA Cup this season. So Rudy's going to be in goal. We've got a back four of Nana, Vacek, Ferencek and Marcel Ox getting the start at right back in this game. He's not a right back when we signed him. We're training him to play there, and this will be his first appearance for us in that role. We've got O'Reilly and Paolo as our CMs, so O'Reilly plays the deep line playmaker in this game. Pingu and O'Connell are on the wings as well. And up top together, wacky and reliable, Dale and John Black getting the start together as a very bizarre strike duo. On the bench, Freddie Woodman, John Stones, Louise McKennie, Koulibaly, Menji and Belotti as well. A very interesting team, to say the very least. It's Everton in the second and final game. Let's get the win and make it through to the fourth round. Come on, you Lions. Obviously, we discussed it in last episode. The domestic cups are pretty much always my lowest priority in any save I do. Obviously, the Carabao Cup much lower than the FA Cup, but it would be nice to go far in the FA Cup. The furthest we've been so far in the series was the semi-finals, where of course we lost to Liverpool quite a few years ago now. And now that the Champions League has gone, it would be nice to have a run in the FA Cup this season for the first time in a while. And we've won ourselves a penalty. John Black taken down, and a chance for us to go in front from the spot. And it is going to be Paolo who will take it. And Paolo scored in the last game. Wants to get another one here and make it 2 from 2. It's Capango from 12 yards. And it's into the roof of the net. Pickford gets a touch, but can't keep it out. And Paolo Capango now is really glowing up. Paolo's beginning to make the transition from a very good midfielder to one that all the big clubs are going to take note of now. If he can add goals to his game, he's going to be one of the most complete midfielders we've seen in this team in the entire series. Paolo from the spot makes it 1-0. And we take an early lead. Get him. We do like Paolo a lot. Of course, World Cup winner with the Netherlands, lest we forget. And our chances are on the break for us to go 2 goals up. Kabaki finds John Black. He gives it him straight back. Then Kabaki gives it away, but wins it back for us. And Wacky finds Pingu just inside the area, who goes for goal. Oh, Pingu! Pingu, his third goal in recent weeks, makes it 2-0. And what a goal by the Brazilian with Luiz on the bench right now. He's been handed a new contract that says, listen, if you're going to put me in the shop window, if I'm going to leave this club, this is what I can do for my new team. Kabaki to Pingu, controls it well. Oh, what a goal from Pingu. Absolutely wonderful strike there into the top corner. It deceives Jordan Pickford, who, to be fair, on the replay, probably could have stopped it. I thought it looped over him more. But anyway, still a very nice goal. And the Brazilian makes it 2-0. We don't want to see Pingu go, though. Such a great squad player for us as he doubles our lead. And now O'Connell to Marcel Ox. O'Connell crosses, Kabaki flicks on. And there's Pingu for his second goal of the game in quick succession. And it's 3-0. This guy's so good. Simple goal for us, really, there. Ox lost the ball momentarily, but crossed in by O'Connell. Kabaki flicks on and Pingu loses man on the back stick and turns it home. 3-0 to the Lions, and we should be through to the fourth round. What a great start to the second half. We're in absolutely brilliant form right now, particularly at Den. We'll continue our winning run, extending all the way back to our loss to Manchester City. And this will send us through to the fourth round. And again, I don't really prioritise the cups that much, but maybe, just maybe, this might be the season we go for our first FA Cup in the series. Who knows? But here come the Toffees, and they've reduced the deficit, and they got back in the game. Henry Onyekuru with a nice little chip ball over the top, and Goliath with a nice little finish makes it 3-1. 22.5 minutes to go. Plenty of time for Everton to get back in this game, as Onyekuru with a lovely assist there. Look at that. Weights it perfectly over the top, and a nice first time volley into the bottom corner makes it 3-1. So game far from done. Maybe I spoke too soon. It seems like we're going to be okay. We are going to get a win by 3-1 and make it through to the fourth round. So our undefeated run is extended. Our winning run at the Den is extended. We are still top of the Premier League table. We're now into the FA Cup fourth round as well. Another very good attacking display from the Lions. And right now we are putting a sword to our teams with our good attacking qualities. And a very good win there. We've got a very good record against Everton in the series, and it continues with the victory here in the FA Cup third round. So delighted with that. Another win notched up, and another good game by our young team. So that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please do drop a like. And just before we end, why don't we do the FA Cup fourth round draw as well? That's on Tuesday, is it not? Well, I think it is. We did fourth round draw first. So here we go then, FA Cup fourth round draw. There was just one giant killing on Sunday. Northampton Town beat Spurs. And anyway, we'll see who we've got in the fourth round then, and find out who will be taking on in the next round of the competition. as we draw the teams. I'm hoping to avoid a big team away from home if possible. Wow, still yet to be drawn. Who's left? Bournemouth, Walsall, Wigan, Shrewsbury, and Arsenal, or whole of Wigan, I should say. Just anyone but Arsenal then. Anyone but Arsenal, please. Anyone but Arsenal. There we go. So it's Bournemouth in the next round. And we're at the Den as well. Fantastic stuff. So it won't be an easy game against the Premier League opposition, but we are in much better form than Bournemouth this season, of course. And we're at the Den as well. So good chance they're making it through to the 5th round. Definitely, no doubt about it. But it won't be an easy game. But yeah, not a bad draw for us, that one. And yeah, definitely one we can overcome. So that was today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. Big thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like. As likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And do the channel out as well. We may as well return for that game, actually, because we've got them next after Manchester United. So yeah, let's do that. Let's return for next episode with Manchester United away at Old Trafford and then Bournemouth home as well, and play these 2 games off camera. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome evening. Much love to you. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon with these 2 big games here. Bye.